It started small, so small you almost didn't notice. Your partner started laughing at their phone more. You'd glance over and they tilt the screen away just slightly. Weird, but okay. Maybe it's nothing. Then they started texting more at night, but only when you weren't looking. You ask, who's that? Just a friend, they say, not meeting your gaze. And for the first time, you feel it, that twist in your gut. Because here's the thing, they haven't kissed anyone. They haven't gone on any secret dates, and there's no lipstick on their collar, but still something feels off. Then you see it. A notification pops up while they're in the shower. You shouldn't look, you shouldn't invade their privacy, but you have to know. You glance down and see, last night was wonderful. It's been so long since I connected with someone like that. Your hands go cold, and you find yourself thinking, is this cheating? I'm Jordan Travers. I'm a licensed psychotherapist, and today we're breaking down the question, what really counts as cheating? And does cheating only mean sex? Or does emotional cheating count too? According to a new survey, most people say yes, emotional cheating counts as cheating. But here's where it gets wild. Some behaviors that most people don't even consider cheating are actually major predictors of infidelity. A national survey of 2,000 US adults found that 76% believe emotional cheating is real, even if nothing physical happens. 72% say online relationships count as cheating. And 80% of married people say emotional affairs are a betrayal. And suddenly, all the little things you once shrugged off make sense. Because deep down, you felt it happening. They stopped sharing things with you. They started texting them first about big news instead of you. They light up every time their phone buzzes, but it's never because of you. And just like that, your relationship starts to feel like an afterthought because it's not about what they're doing. It's about where their heart is. And here's the kicker. More women engage in emotion-only affairs, while men are more likely to have purely physical ones. But there's more to it, because here's where things get really interesting. Studies have found that 3 specific behaviors make people way more likely to have emotional affairs, even though most people don't even consider these cheating. Sign number 1, watching porn. It sounds unrelated, right? But research found that porn use is correlated with higher emotional infidelity. Why? Because over time, some people start craving external excitement, even if they're still emotionally attached to their partner. It starts as something harmless, but then they seem less interested in real intimacy. They start seeking stimulation elsewhere, and eventually they start connecting with someone new. Sign number 2, following an ex on social media. You ever see your partner scrolling through their old flames page and think, why are they still keeping tabs? Turns out you're not paranoid. Research found that people who stay connected to an ex are significantly more likely to have emotional affairs. Because let's be honest, there's no reason to keep revisiting the past. They're not just curious. If it's truly over, why does it still matter? And yet they're still checking in. Don't get me wrong, not everyone who is connected with their ex is an emotional cheater. But most of those who do are actually connected to an ex, or at least that's what the research says. Sign number 3, flirting. This one might seem obvious, but there's a twist. Only 42% of people actually consider flirting to be cheating. Yet in the study, flirting was one of the biggest predictors of emotional affairs because it starts with something trivial. A playful joke, a harmless compliment, a longer than necessary glance, and suddenly they're texting late at night, having deep talks with just a friend, spending more time connecting with them than with you. You want to confront them, but you hesitate. You think, am I just being paranoid? So is this really an affair or are you just overreacting? You have to ask yourself, would they be okay if you were doing the same thing? Here's the real question. If most people don't think these behaviors count as cheating, but they predict infidelity, should they count? Because cheating isn't about rules, it's about trust. And trust isn't technical. It's not about whether they're kissing or sex or deleted text. It's about this. If they're hiding it, they already know it would hurt you. And if they already know it would hurt you, then why keep doing it? Why not just be honest? Because honesty means admitting something is wrong. And that's inconvenient. That would mean taking responsibility. So instead, they make you feel like the crazy one. They turn it around on you. They call you paranoid, controlling. They make you doubt your intuition. But deep down, you already know. So you ask them. Ask them about the friend. If they have nothing to hide, they'll look you in the eye and answer. But if they get defensive, if they get angry, if they make you feel guilty for even asking, then you already have your answer. And here's the part no one wants to admit. Emotional cheating is usually the first step, because once their heart belongs to someone else, the rest is just a matter of time. So tell me, what do you think? Is emotional cheating just as bad as physical cheating? Or do people overreact? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want more explainers on love, betrayal, and everything in between, hit subscribe. I'm Jordan Travers, Clinical Director of Awake Therapy, and we're just getting started. Bye.